Would it be my preference if a girl just didn't even have social media? Probably.
This is giving red flags. I'm not gonna lie.
Here's the interesting thing is that men are not allowed to have preferences, standards, and boundaries. Nobody bats an eye when a woman says, I want XYZ in a partner. But the moment a guy says, here are my boundaries, preferences, and standards, oh, misogyny, red flag. This, that. And the fact of the matter is, women are more picky than men are. Women have far more standards for men than do men have standards for women. But if a guy says, I want XYZ, insecure, misogyny, blah, 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 it's always going to be met with some sort of shaming language. But go ahead.
Because that's all guys want. All guys want is pussy.
Or could it be that the men that only want sex from women is because that's all that the women have to offer? Because for me, if pussy is all you're offering, pussy is all I want.
What else do women bring to the table if not sex? I've struggled for years to come up with an explanation, but now, having gained awareness, I've joined the campaign to revive traditional dating. Pay attention. What do women contribute to the table in marriage or relationships that make it beneficial for a man? Most people assume that this is a figurative slur against women. Actually, it isn't. It's a legitimate question, but women don't seem to be able or ready to respond. Several suggestions have been suggested. First is money. But women frequently marry men that earn more money. Because I have my own, I don't give a damn about a woman's wealth. Although I anticipate that she will have one of her own, I am fundamentally unbiased. Another is sex. I can easily get seduced outside of marriage. Some people said you only get kids when you marry. Well, the percentage of unmarried births is over 40%. No need to marry. However, if my wife were to depart, marriage does not ensure that I would still have a connection with our children. Women frequently bring up the topic of security, but marriage never increases a man's sense of security. Another suggestion was status. Women said they bring status to the table. No, you don't. Men who are married are frequently viewed as idiots and incompetents, or as broken down and controlled. I don't feel like attempting to shed that character. To these women, even bring domestic help to the table. Even mentioning that he desires a woman to do the cooking and cleaning will get a guy called sexist. After that, how can I give a lady credit for desiring to do this? How flawed is it if she is a stay-at-home wife? I'm essentially giving my wife half of everything I earn in exchange for an hour or two of labor each day. I would rather hire a maid and share the bill with a spouse who works. The final suggestion was that married men live longer. According to the numbers, but from what I've heard about the studies, women prefer to pick men who are already in very good health. Men who are ill are less likely to marry and live shorter lives. What merit do women offer? What skills do women have that men simply can't live without? Women recognize the value that men contribute to the table because otherwise they wouldn't be marrying us. They are more ready to invest in a partner and kids because they are aware that we earn more money. Women are aware that if he earns enough money, they will have the option of staying at home to care for the children. The majority of men will never have the option to choose this. Sex is still controlled by women. They typically get what they want when they want it. Her spouse is out of luck if they don't. Women typically fare better in divorce than men do. They receive a larger portion of the assets before receiving the children and child support. If a man is permitted to keep even that, he might wind up living in his truck despite the fact that he could have been the ideal husband. Women receive a life in security. Men are bred from the beginning to guard women and children, particularly the ones they love. So, what do women bring? All of my criteria are now founded on traditional women, not these entitled Western women, because I'm attempting to bring back traditional dating. Moving on, in reality, traditional women have a lot to offer. One is sex. There is a distinction between desiring sex with someone you have an emotional connection with and having single sexual adventures. I'll gladly acknowledge that I'm a red pill, though perhaps not for you. If you differ, I'd say that either you're insane or a psychopath. Promiscuous sexual activity with condoms has never appealed to me. That seems awful and unsettling. Additionally, there is always the chance that some floozy will be carrying your child. In the best situation, she has the abortion, and everything is over. In the worst situation, she has a child, and your future heir is being reared by Barfly. Congratulations. You all know that women bring children to the table. The lives of children reared by a pair are better than those of single-parent families. Naturally, this justification assumes that you want to have kids. Status comes in third. As you get older, having a spouse or father role in your life is viewed favorably at work and in society. Promotions and salary increases are more likely to go to married and fathered men. Find a lady who is more traditional if you need domestic help. I once dated a female who always made me food when she came to visit. It was fantastic. You will only encounter attacks on conventional values online or from fervently liberal friends. Who gives a fuck? Marriage is a business. You are combining resources like cash, labor, and leisure. The idea of divorce is what destroys marriages. People might be more cautious about getting married if they couldn't separate, which would prevent them from receiving alimony, child support, or the ability to remarry. This might be a choice, similar to the forever marriage scheme. You ought to have the option to select the no divorce box when you obtain your marriage license from the courthouse. God only knows that I wouldn't accept a 3,000-mile trip to a ceremony where the divorce allowable box was marked. The instances I give next are for the couple who are in it to win it, the couple who will not divorce under any conditions, I must say before I continue to address the issue at hand. There are women with those beliefs out there, but you probably won't discover them at a bar or on Tinder. Traditional women also bring continuity. For a civilian, this might not seem like a huge issue, but for a military family, having someone take care of the house while you're away for 8 months is essential. Every week, who will start your motorcycles? Who will look after your children or pets? Who will see to it that your expenses are paid? This responsibility is frequently assumed by a parent or relative for the lone service member, which could go horribly wrong. I've seen men return home to empty bank accounts and destroyed vehicles as a result of negligent relations. You can pick your partner, but you can't pick your relations. My conclusion is that traditional women contribute significantly, whereas Western women have nothing to offer. So if you want to get married, my advice to you is to get your passport and start looking for a traditional woman. The juice isn't worth the squeeze when it comes to marriage with these Western women. That's all for today on Manhood. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. If you find value in my videos, you can show your support through PayPal or Cash App. The links are in the description. See you next time. Cheers.